Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies, and I got a sample here. Social distancing. Scott's got the bottle. It's Talisker 15 2019 special release at 57.3%. What are we going to do, Scott?
We're going to test it!
Dummies remote style. Woohoo!
Social distancing Talisker style.
Yeah, Scott's right here in theory.
You're going to be watching this down the road. We're in the midst of COVID. We're social distancing. I'm at my place. Bart's at his. I've poured him a sample of this. You've seen a few reviews now like this, but this is the 2019 Talisker 15-year special release. Bart 57.3%, as Bart said.
Love it.
The 2018 was an 8-year Talisker, which we had a sample of. We never had a bottle of it, and it was delicious. So actually, I didn't even realize this one was out, or I'd kind of skimmed over it, hadn't paid too much attention. And I saw Rob Whiskey in the Six reviewing it and have it in one of his live streams. So I went online, I checked, I was able to get it from the Netherlands. This is when we got your Scarabus.
Ooh,
I ordered this bottle, got you the Scarabus. We split the shipping. So, but I think as of now, this is going to be in pretty limited supplies because it took us a while. One, I just ordered it myself, but it's kind of been out. It's been on the shelves, and I think it's pretty much gone already. Kind of like that 8-year-old Talisker from 2018 was.
Right. So you may not be able to hunt it up, but it's still well worthy of a review. The first thing I'll tell you, the peat's definitely there, but with that 15 years, it's a little more subtle, and I get a little bit more sea salt.
Sea salt and citrus sweetness.
Yes, definitely.
Even low malty, a little bit of a almost like what?
Fresh mown hay.
Yep, fresh mown hay on fire. It's your field fire there behind your house.
The grass fire, baby. My goodness. Burned the 2020 year in with a
I just got a little bit of seaweed, a little bit of maritime, a little bit of salt.
I'm tasting
it. Salt.
Ooh, boy, howdy. Boy, yeah, on the forefront, just bursts of flavor. And then it goes into a nutty mid and a smoky. A smoky long finish.
A little bit of mint, a little bit of spearmint in there with it. But yeah, nuttiness, like you said, nice vanillas. Leads me to just be like it's just ex-bourbon casked. I mean, sometimes maybe there's a slight wine cask influencing. I'm not necessarily getting it right now, but that ABV is strong. The peat is nice on the finish. It's not real strong. It's not overpowering. I was getting really just sweetness, citrus and vanillas up front. And then right at the end, that peat kicked in, and it's still kind of lingering.
Yeah, the peat shows up in the finish and then hangs and hangs. It's that I'm going to have to come back in a third time. It's that first initial burst that still surprises me, even on my second trip in. It's like a flash of just wow.
That's really the ABV. The ABV, the peat, and the vanillas really is reminiscent, not to the same level of that Lagavulin 2017 12-year. That Lagavulin 2017 12-year was high ABV. It was richer peat and richer vanillas, but this is really along the same line. It's leading up to it. It's not at that same level, but it reminds me of it.
Man, that first flash again. I mean, it's not stepping back. And I forgot to grab some water.
Oh.
But because
we can pause real quick if you want to grab your water.
Yeah, pause real quick.
Yeah.
Need it. All right.
Now, do you still have you had the bottle that we had like 3 or 4 ounces of the Talisker's 8-year from last year. Do you still have it, or did you drink it all? It'd be up. I think it's over with your Ardbegs or your compass boxes up there in the upper right-hand corner. Ah, now save me a little because I want to be able to try it as well. I think that's a little bit even richer almost, but well, let's find out. Wait till we're done. Don't do it yet. You gotta wait. Let's get through this one.
Let me pour it. So I've got just that much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to save some for Scott. I haven't been going back to this. Just pour a little bit.
I'll guarantee you the only reason you haven't gone back to it is because you forgot you had it.
Man, it sits forefront. You knew where. Well, you told me, you're like, look over there by your compass ball. I'm like, God dang. Hello, Rain Man. Rain Man Scott.
Not only do I have to track my whiskeys, I got to track your whiskeys as well.
I don't think it's got to. I think it's a special superpower that you have. That's like Superman complaining that he can move as fast as a speeding bullet.
Now, say that, though. Taste that at the end here, and then I want to go back to it as well. I even think this is really good. I really like this, but I even think last year's 8-year might even be a skosh better. And you're throwing a drop of water in yours. I'm going to throw a drop of water in mine as well. I like this at 57.5%.
Well, it's good and it's different. And I put 2 drops in to see if it'll tone down that initial flash.
Initial flash of what? Just ABV alcohol?
I'm wondering if it's the ABV that's giving me those bursting, but I get a lot of other flavors too, but I'm having a hard time sussing them out.
I get a burst of citrus and vanilla. It's that bourbon cask influence with the peat.
Definite citrus. I get citrus.
Wow.
And like a honey sweetness. The water definitely, the water is better here.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm probably still, I only added a little bit. I'm probably still 50% ABV or maybe even a skosh higher than that. But
I think I'm going to add one more drop because that sweetened it up.
Yeah, it actually helped. And then the finish as well really kind of amplified.
Yeah.
And it's hanging around. But yeah, it's just, this is very similar to that Lagavulin 2017 12-year that was just vanilla, ex-bourbon cask. You get that vanilla and those citrus blasts with the peat. I don't think the peat is as strong in this one as it is that Lagavulin, but it's just very reminiscent. It makes me think of that when I'm having it.
Water is a definite benefit here. That 3rd drop. Oh, yeah. Wow. Now I'm getting some touches of tobacco in that heat, which I did not get before. The citrus has been brought down a little bit in the mid palate. Instead of nuttiness, I'm getting more of a honeyed sweetness. And then those long lingering peats are still there. Wow, it's still, even the peat's a little sweeter than it was before. That is a Scotch that goes through multiple transitions. That's what I like. Wow. That's interesting.
The only thing it says first ever release of the King of Drinks as a 15-year-old whiskey matured only in freshly charred American oak hogsheads. And it's a nice kind of a tin that they use as well. There's some nice artwork on there of seaweed and maritime art.
That's nice. Yeah, this is really nice. Talisker's really bringing it.
Yeah, very nice indeed. All right, I don't have my iPad. I just realized. And if I can get my doodle buddy up here.
I'm going to jump out early. I've got my score ready. I'm going to wait until you start writing. Once your doodle buddy is ready. Once I see your finger making those little I'm going to say that you're going to score it what I do. You're going to score it a 92. Oh, look at that.
Plus or minus 1, maybe even a 93. I really like it. Really like it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Man, that is good. This is one that I think I would play around with even more water. This is one that you definitely, in my opinion, want to start neat and then step her down. Or I could even see this be one where you do it in reverse. Have a glass ready neat and then start with one that's diluted a little bit and slowly step up to get to that flash, just so you don't shock the palate.
That was funny though. It's just at 57.5%, and it says natural cask strength, so no water's been added. This is right out of the cask. But how we both put in 2 drops of water at the first and how much it really helped it. At 57.5, it's pretty concentrated, and I think it's screaming to get out and spread its wings a little bit. Add that water, bring it down to probably 52%, and man, it just really opened up the sweetness on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious how get a little sip of last year's, the 2018 8-year-old release.
So I poured just a little bit of that. There's still some in here for Scott to try when he comes over.
That's a little different that you're going to leave me some.
I never know what you covet and what you don't.
There was one bottle, the Lot 40 cask strength, that Bart drained.
Killed it.
I came over and I was like, hey, let me have some of that Lot 40. He's like, oh, no, that's long gone.
Gone. I poured some of that, and then I ended up pouring some more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. A little more ashy peat, a little more tobacco, a little more ashtray smoke. The peat here leans definitely more toward that ashy tobacco.
That's been open for a year or a little over, and there's only a few ounces left in it. So maybe we've had a little variance there. No, you don't think so? Still good?
It's still good. This one's held up. You sure you want some of that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Without any notes, really. I mean, how do you think this year's the 15-year then compares to the 8-year?
First of all, I'm still stunned this is an 8-year.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, why they didn't just start putting out an 8-year? Because this is unbelievably good, and it does not punch you like an 8-year. Like I would expect that just a peat bursting. It's more nuanced with those tobaccos. So I'm just amazed. They feel very different. Once we tamed the flash here, that's my interpretation.
Yeah, I agree.
It's sweeter. It has more transitions. The nuttiness, it was those honeyed caramel nut, and then a peat finish that was not, I don't know how to describe it. That sea salt was still in there. And then when we added the water, it brought out a lot more sweetness. I lost the nuttiness almost altogether. But then that peat just stayed in there with a touch more sweetness to it. And the citrus, there was all citrus on the forefront before the water came in. The water just really sweetened it up.
Yeah. Yep. Very nice. So now is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. If you can find it. I believe I gave 110 for this, which isn't bad at all. I think a 15-year-old at cask strength with what it's bringing. I think you're going to be lucky though, and maybe there's still some available. Maybe you have to go to auction sites now. But yeah, Talisker 15, like the Lefroy Carchis triple wood, I think knocked it out of the park. So they did a good job on this one.
Well, the other thing to look at is what they're starting to put out with these special releases.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you to go ahead and jump on them because, they're really doing it.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. And I'm amazed. You and I both added that water, and we were both like, "Whoa, hold on!"
Yep.
And that's just fun. I like when a whiskey gets all unruly with you, and then you get to add a little water, change her up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! All right, you ready?
I think that's it.
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro, dummies.